Welcome to another episode of the Fitish podcast. I'm Jenna, and this is my now more permanent sub-Mexican co-host, Francisco, baby daddy.
Hey. It's good to see to be here.
It's good to see you. Were you going to say it's good to see you? I just saw you this week. We woke up together this morning. Yeah.
Yeah. You're just getting more beautiful and sexy by the minute.
You've been saying that a lot. I think it's because you're just convincing yourself.
No, babe, I'm very convinced.
He hears me in the middle of the night. No, I still haven't had the baby yet, but it's going to happen in any second.
Forever.
Fuck off with that. I've just had it. And I love that some of y'all are really astute and listen to the podcast because you notice it's like I can't even post photos anymore and I want to share my life. But like, yeah, I'm pregnant. Like, what am I supposed to do? I post photos. Like, I mean, every comment I get now is like, God, you've been pregnant for 2 years. Oh my God, it drives me fucking crazy. It's scientifically impossible.
Well, technically you have.
How?
You were pregnant in 2021 and now you're pregnant in 2022. So you've been pregnant for 2 years.
You're not helping this right now. And I already told you I woke up on the wrong side of the bed today.
Well, you didn't have to tell me.
I don't take it out on you, though. Like, you take it out on me when you're in a bad mood. I don't take it out on you. I tell you, so you're prepared. I was like, I'm just not feeling good today. I'm not feeling good. Yesterday I went to, and I know this is a short period of time, so I don't ever like doing a podcast. I don't like when people bitch about stuff nonstop, so I'm not going to do that. We actually have a lot of great questions of y'all's to get to today, but, and talk a little bit about our cooking class, because I think it was a surprise hit, but... Yeah. No, I'm just not feeling good today. I'm just over it. Okay. Like, I'm hoping. A girl wrote me and said that she remembers, at the end of pregnancy, you start going to the doctor quite frequently. So we have another appointment tomorrow morning. And, she said, and I totally understand where she's coming from, that you hope at all those last appointments that the doctor, when they get in there to check you, they're like, oh, okay, you're not leaving. We're doing this today. And I know that's how I feel. She said she had her go bag packed in the car and she was there with her husband and they sent her home and she just cried the whole car ride home. Like, no, I wanted to stay. I wanted you to take this baby. I'm ready, Yeah, I'm just really uncomfortable. I'm kind of out of breath. And I get up, you hear me in the middle of the night, just go... I'm finally getting to that point too. I hate asking for help, but I can't get up by myself. Last night
was amazing.
Why?
Because you normally get up.
For you, it was amazing.
No. Because for some reason I haven't been able to sleep. So I've been going to bed like at 2 or 3 in the morning.
Yeah, and I wake up and you're not even in bed. I don't know what you're doing.
Doing
watching our neighbors' OnlyFans. Yeah. Doing a project.
And but last night, you got up and you look like that little girl that came out of the TV from The Ring.
This isn't going well.
Like
The Ring girl, yes.
You just like moved, went to pee, and went back to bed. And I was like, I like ask you how you feel, how are you doing? And you were like,
I was not. I don't snore. What kind of picture of me are you painting?
No, babe. It was amazing. Like, it seems that you were so tired that you didn't even wake up to go to pee.
I wake up to pee. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I pee every hour. I'm just over it. I feel dead. I look dead. I feel dead. I do.
Oh, well, you look like a way more amazing
version. Who knew that, like, there is no amazing version of the girl in The Ring. Like, she is a dead girl that looks like she hasn't bathed in 100 years. Like, there is no amazing, gorgeous version of this person.
Well, you look like a bathed, well-groomed.
I don't care. I recognize it. I told you, it's only about to get worse from here for the next month or two, right? There's going to be like a lot of blood, a lot of like fluids, a lot of stuff probably that I always want to keep it sexy with you, but like we're just beyond that.
Babe.
You're real supportive. I'm not complaining about anything you're doing. I'm just at a place. I mean, yesterday I wanted to go, I don't know, a lot of y'all probably don't know this about me, but I love, and maybe it doesn't come as a surprise, but something I like to do, when you ask me, what are things that I like to do? I like to go, I do have a beauty brand, skincare. I like to go to Ulta and Sephora We're not sold in those stores. But I like to go there and look around, and especially during COVID, it was tough, right? Because we couldn't just go waste a lot of money in Sephora and try stuff on, which was awful because you couldn't try stuff on. Or I'll even do it at Target. I just like to go browse the aisles, and especially now owning a business, I like to look at the packaging. I like to look at what's new and what brands are doing. And I thought this was like my last chance. We had nice weather yesterday, and we work from home on Mondays. And so after some of my meetings, I'm like, I'm going to go browse the aisles. Y'all, I pull up to like a Sephora parking lot, and I pulled into a spot, and I went, I don't have 2 stores in me. So I had like a to-go order. Like I had ordered something online at Ulta already. And so I drive down the street and go to like the next stop to Ulta. So Sephora I just gave up on. And I got out of the car. I mean, I didn't get 1 foot out of my SUV before I was like, oh, I don't think I can do this. So I made it about 10 or 15 minutes in the store. I was miserable the whole time. I got in the car. I just cried driving to Potbelly to get food because I was just hungry and so uncomfortable, and thought I had a moment of going, I think I'm going to pee. Like, I think I'm going to fully pee my pants in the car. And it's just going to be one of those moments that maybe I tell you, maybe I don't, but I have no control over it. It'll be a low moment in my life. And I wasn't sure how it was going to play out. I made it to Potbelly and asked for the key to use the restroom. Like, it's just, this is what my day revolves around. I can't even get out of the house.
What's with having to ask for a key?
I know,
Are
right?
we in Mexico?
Is that a normal thing in Mexico?
Yeah, because people, I'm pretty sure they I don't know. They just use the bathroom for an apartment or something. I don't know.
I think I'm just at this.
No insult to any Mexicans. I'm Mexican.
I think you're allowed to.
Yeah.
You're allowed to be insulting, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't want to ever be insulting, but if you ever get insulted for whatever I said.
Yeah. Speaking of, this is a good time for you to make your apology about what happened last week.
Yes. So, all of you nurses out there that helped, we really appreciate your service. And nothing I've said or ever say, it's in with the purpose of insulting anybody.
Yeah.
Or make fun. I just think that hand size is hand size. And
so I got a comment from someone, an African-American labor and delivery nurse. She was actually very nice, but she commented that she said it was racially insensitive that you referenced the other labor and delivery nurse that had longer fingers as Serena Williams' sister. And I hope you all know, I mean, yeah, I recognize it, right? Like as a white woman, I have to recognize that and acknowledge it. I think it's, it's difficult when you try and be funny and you try and make verbal descriptions of people. If you were talking about a white woman, for instance, and you compared her to like an actress or an athlete, you could get away with that. Or even, I don't know if in Mexico, if you compared, someone you saw, he looks like, Diego Luna. But I hope you know that, first of all, we know a lot of labor and delivery nurses listen. We try to toe the line of like sharing real life stories with y'all. And it's so difficult all these years to... I want to give really vivid descriptions of people. First of all, this woman was like stunning and amazing.
She was like a model.
Great. I think you were saying it in a way that she just had like more.
No. It was just, it was more like a joke. First of all, like she already got like
she was tall,
a whole hand up her hoo-ha, and it's like it was a small hand, and now she's about to get a huge hand, and it's like Serena Williams for me, it's like I see
like
her
a top athlete,
like a top athlete with big hands because she has to hold the racket.
I get it, but regardless, we understand. I think it is about being like more open to the dialogue and being more sensitive and aware, and it's just tough when we try to be funny and we try to share like really true stories that are funny that people can relate to
for the future. In my culture, and that's not justification, in my culture, like we make fun of everything and anything. Like if we have an earthquake and 700 people die, there's going to be memes 30 seconds after the earthquake stops. And that's our culture. We try to see the fun and happy out of the positive side.
Yeah, but you have to understand, as when you've been like an oppressed race for a very long time, that there's a lot more.
Look at me.
There's a lot more sensitivity there. Speaking of race, though, what's really interesting that I didn't realize, and I'm just going to be honest about it, that you can call me ignorant or whatnot, and I didn't know it until I started, mating with a Mexican man and having to fill out paperwork for the hospital, that, I would think that you're actually technically white. Do you know this? And then they have
Every time I see my
Mexican.
butt.
Every time you see your own butt, you're white. Yeah.
No, I'm white.
But when you check out forms, of course you're gonna have, you can fill out African American, Caucasian, this sort of thing. But then there's nothing on there for Mexican, and that's just my ignorance. I didn't know that. So I'm looking when I'm filling out Fran's medical history, and I'm like, oh wait, like you're not a different race. You're technically deemed as white, and then it's under your like cultural history. It's are you Mexican?
What you want is like is he Hispanic, Pantone 1, Pantone 2, Pantone 3, Pantone 6.
I just didn't know. I didn't know. It was really interesting, But yeah, I mean, going back to what you said, you're going to get in more trouble for making an analogy about making fun because, her point is valid.
No,
her point
absolutely.
is,
and
it's more about
it will
race.
never be my point to insult any race. I'm a lover. I'm an equal opportunity lover.
Yeah. And sometimes we're just trying to be funny and it doesn't land well.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. So sorry about that. Yeah.
Please be gentle to our kid.
Yeah, we're going to get mad labor and delivery nurses. No, I have great gifts for all the labor and delivery nurses. Someone recommended. I have great Fitish sets. I'm not sure how many we're going to interact with. So hopefully we bring enough to the hospital. But bag is packed. Anyway, yeah, well, we could probably undergo some more sensitivity training.
Absolutely,
Francisco. Yeah, it'd be important. Maybe BetterHelp can offer that. Yeah.
I think I need something like that.
I actually don't. No, BetterHelp. What I want to do with BetterHelp is when Fran and I... We've been good only because I'm on the verge of giving birth. So I had to forgive his lack of communication when he was in Mexico. But I'd say if we were to get into some therapy, which I'm sure at some juncture we're going to do this again, I think it's important even when it's actually better to go to therapy, in my opinion, as a couple when things are pretty good, just to do some cleanup work, But BetterHelp's so great because this is, virtual on demand. Don't leave your house. Don't even turn on your camera if you don't want to. Get matched with a specialist that, focuses on what your issues are. So yeah, maybe it's some sort of couples counseling. Maybe you're new parents. Maybe you have some intimacy issues in your relationship. Maybe you're just struggling in life in general and feeling depressed. And BetterHelp is going to have someone to match you. In as little as 48 hours, actually, they can do this, and it's far more affordable and just more convenient than trying to find an in-person therapist to treat you, because there's definitely something very uncomfortable about sitting in a waiting room and going in person to talk to someone about your problems, right?
No, you know what's the most uncomfortable part? When there's another couple waiting also, because...
Well, usually in therapy rooms, they have like different entrances and exits, so they don't like to overlap you. But yes, I know what you mean.
But it's like you look at the guys like, are you fucked? Yes. Am I fucked? Yeah. Okay. We're all fucked.
Yeah. Oh, you just make eye contact. Well, yeah. BetterHelp, you can alleviate all of those concerns and just get straight to the root of the problem. And like I said, it's much more affordable. You're even going to get 10% off your first month when you go to betterhelp.com/Fitish. That's BetterHelp.com/Fitish. Yeah, we'll probably need to revisit that a little bit. Fran and I have actually been talking about getting an intimacy coach on the show in general. So if you know of one or have utilized one before, that would be great if we wanted to get an intimacy coach, just because I think it'll be very interesting to see how relationships change after having a baby. And I'd rather tackle it, get some advice before we get to a point of no return.
Yeah, if you know of someone, let us know.
You're the type that you're going to like find a friend to act like an intimacy coach to come on the show.
No.
That'd so be something you would do.
Oh, babe. I do have a friend that could help, but I wanted someone to be neutral.
You've actually been great lately. You've been very helpful in the twilight hour of this, in the last moments.
Oh, in the last moment I've been great?
Yeah.
What about the past 12 months?
It's been okay.
Of your pregnancy? The past 20 months of your pregnancy?
No, you're pretty wonderful in general, but I'm just saying on your honey-do list or whatever I had for you, which was literally like 3 or 4 things, you finally got everything done, I think. So I feel very excited.
It's just because, they say that old dogs know new tricks. This old dog, is learning some new tricks.
New tricks.
Yeah, because I learned that we get in the couch, we get comfortable, and it's like, oh my God, we need to build another bedroom in the house. It's like, but we don't have to do it. Like, and I get out, like, and she's like, we don't have to do it right now. And then it's like, you're right, I don't have to do it right now. And then it never happens because,
Why?
yeah, never happens just because things get in the way, like building another project.
I know you love your expressions. Have you ever heard the one, we all make time for the things we want to do?
Absolutely. And that's what we make time for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, it's just that sometimes I don't have your attention until 8 o'clock at night and you sit down on the couch and you're not working anymore and we've eaten dinner and we're sitting there and we go to turn on a show and I'm like, hey, because I finally have your attention. I'm like, this week, I don't say right now, I say this week, I just need you. I want to get rid of some of the stuff in the garage because it's bulk trash day on Monday. Or, I mean, this is such boring shit, but you all get it. Like, I need help lifting some things, or we need to put that bassinet together. And can you just keep the house clean for the next 7 fucking days because it's clean right now? Just keep it clean. And then I won't stress out because it's clean and I want to go to the hospital with it clean. I want to come home with it clean.
And I do it.
I'm going to rage. And I'm not going to do anything about it. I mean, that's the thing. I can't even break up with you. Like, I can't at this point.
Oh, but you
I have no threats. I have no threats to make. What do you do when you want to make threats when you're mad? Like, I'm not going to do anything because I'm compromised. I have this huge baby that needs to come out. And then I'm going to be like totally handicapped for a while and not able to do anything, I'm going to really like need you in the middle of the night to like wipe me when I pee probably. I hope it doesn't get that intense.
That's crazy. I was with a client the other day and he was still like, I think I'm going to buy the house next to mine, and that's where I'm going to live. And my wife's gonna stay in her house, and we're just going to be like neighbors. Like we're gonna.
Are they divorced?
No, they're not divorced. It's like, well, I have heard of people that sleep in different bedrooms, but buying a whole new
house. Who are you hanging out with? I don't like who you're hanging out with.
Well, people that have very creative approach to marital problems.
Yeah.
For sure. But it was very funny, the fact that was his solution, because it's like, well, we get along amazing, but if we miss each other a little bit, it's not going to hurt.
Well, we'll work on getting that first house taken care of, right? Thank you, by the way, for everyone that joined our first live cooking class. We did a couple cooking videos during COVID and y'all really liked them, but I was the one cooking or baking for you. And I hate to cook. I'm not good at it. I feel like a fraud, right? Like when I'm trying to cook for you. I mean, I can bake some stuff, but
she bakes amazing.
If you remember, Franny threw out like a month ago on the podcast that he was going to do a cooking class. He did not run it by us at all and ask if it was okay. And we decided to go ahead and do it on Friday night. And so many of you joined. I was kind of shocked because we did it on the Fitish account and we had almost 600 people. Y'all stayed in the whole time. I know a handful of you actually cooked the soup, maybe 5 people because you sent us photos. I think everyone else just wanted to listen to us talk. And
all the people
I answered
that
the
cooked
questions
looked
and you
amazing.
cooked. Yeah, you were laughing saying some of theirs look better than what you made, but you made a soup and we have the recipe at fitish.com. Caldo Talapino.
Almost there.
Talapino.
Tla. Oh. Peño.
How are you giving me a tla and a little?
You did it.
Like what? What kind of word is this? I don't
Peño.
know how to do a TL together.
Peño. Excellent. It worked.
Very challenging. So I couldn't even say what we were making, but it was actually a delicious soup. We did about an hour of a live and people had great questions. And I don't know why y'all liked watching us do that. I mean, I don't know. I guess maybe because we're very honest about our relationship and you ask us a lot of questions and we were very honest. So yeah, we should start it. Now's not a great time to book another one. Maybe we wait and see how this plays out in the next week. But yeah, maybe we'll do that again. You want to cook for people once a month?
Yeah, for sure.
Get some more Fitish podcast sponsors. Yeah. That's of course, Fran goes, people liked it. He goes, maybe we could like do a live podcast or maybe some of our sponsors would like to sponsor
something that is really cool. I find it, I'm way more social than you are. And I find it, yes.
Yeah.
I find it very stimulating and very a lot of fun when you interact with people, when you
Live.
have when you have that
But
conversation
I'm good
going.
at being social like that.
Of course.
I just don't like to have meaningless conversations with people that
Oh
we
no,
don't care
chit chatting
about,
is never my thing either.
like in public. Yeah,
No,
like with
no.
random people that
No, like I hate chit chat. If
you fucking love chit chat.
I hate it.
You love chit chat.
I'm good at it.
You're like a pro chit chatter.
I'm good at it. I'm an expert of it.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that I'm love it. Like I'm an expert of driving. I don't love it. I wish I have a driver all the
I would
time.
not go that far and say you're an expert of driving. We don't.
I'm an
we
excellent
don't wanna
driver.
Go through your driving record. You're on my insurance. Yeah, let's just put it that way. Anyway, no, I think that people loved, especially with the Mexican flair, they love to see you cook, and I think you're absolutely right. There's a lot of options out there. We can cook, or maybe we can do something funny. Like I thought, I have an idea.
You totaled 3 cars and you're not a good actor. Like that's just so wrong.
Me? I've never
No,
totaled
me.
cars. Oh
Like,
yeah, you have, yeah. No, just don't even get me there right now. No, but I agree. I think we're gonna continue it. So if you all have any ideas of things that you would like, we could stick with the once a month cooking on a Friday night. I have no idea why so many of you watch that, but I'm really glad you enjoyed it. So next time, yeah, maybe we'll make something else kind of healthy. Daily Harvest would be a great sponsor for us
absolutely.
Well, even though that kind of alleviates the need for cooking, Daily Harvest is so great. So it's funny because, they're a more recent sponsor of the Fitish podcast, but I actually started ordering Daily Harvest when I saw social media ads a long time ago, and they started with smoothies. Great ingredients, right? Like I could do it before work because I'd pour them into a blender. It comes with a cup with a lid on it, right? So you can just pour it back into the cup that the ingredients came in. So it was so convenient. And now their menu is incredible. They have so many meals. And so my last order, I still love, I love smoothies that I don't have to put together myself because theirs taste great and everything. Like I said, all the ingredients are in there, but they have so many more options now. And last time I didn't even get to try some of my stuff because you ate all of the meals, right?
There were some flatbreads and some really good stuff, like some stuff that you do it in the oven for 20 minutes and it's so crazy.
Tomatillo, you can microwave it too. You like the oven. You're more gourmet, but that's fine. You can cook it however you want. But yeah, a tomatillo and pepper flatbread is what you liked. They have soups, tomato and zucchini minestrone soup, broccoli cheese harvest bowl. Daily Harvest is just, they know how to do it. So, if you're trying to get your eating on track, and frankly, it's just about being convenient sometimes too, right? Like you want to be convenient and still have some nutritious food. They have so many delicious options for every time of day now: breakfast, lunch, dinner, dessert, or a snack. Like Fran just said, their flatbreads are so delicious and filling.
Yeah. And those smoothies, like anything you want. Like if you want sweet, they have sweet.
And all their packaging is recyclable, compostable, so you can feel good about what you're eating and how you're treating the environment. Daily Harvest makes it easy to feel good. Go to dailyharvest.com/fitish to get up to $40 off your first box. That's dailyharvest.com/fitish for up to $40 off your first box. Dailyharvest.com/fitish is the spot to go. Their app is great because you can get in there, and I've actually been able to kind of like hold orders, right, and freeze them for a few weeks, or they send you a notification so you can get in there and edit and like add extra, like I need to do next time to make sure I get like more than 1 or 2 flatbreads, so I actually get one of them. Like I really recommend it though. Well, great. Well, ideas as always, go to info@fitish.com. Especially for some feedback about our cooking class. The full live video is still posted at the Fitish Instagram. I actually managed to save it there. It's an hour if you want to go back and watch us cook and see what the hype was.
Caldo jalapeno was really good.
It was really good. And the recipe's at the website as well. But we've actually gotten a lot of questions through info@fitish.com. And this one's from Megan, who says, "Hi, Jenna and Fran. I've been a longtime listener to Jenna when she was on the morning show, and now to the Fitish podcast." She says, "I've always been inspired by your drive and ability to chase your dreams of owning your own business. My question is, how were you able to begin? I'm currently working a demanding full-time career as a paralegal, but I have a passion for interior design. I recently took and completed my interior design degree, but I'm struggling with how to begin a business. I'm more of a hands-on type A personality and would love to jump into business ownership, and I need to break ties with my current career because the stress level is hurting all aspects of my life, but I'm at a loss on which avenue to begin with. I also have 2 elementary age kids that require a good portion of my time, and my income is the main source of income for my household. Every avenue I look into ends up a dead end due to time constraints or financial issues. Do you have any advice? Megan, this is so hard. I mean, the one thing that I had going for me at the time was I didn't have kids, and I think that obviously, especially as now we have this like impending child, that I'm sure makes it really hard to jump into another career when, yeah, you have a demanding paralegal career, but it pays you. My advice for people has always been, how long can you straddle 2 things, right? Like, can you keep one foot in this door to have some pay, right? So, because any business starting out, you're not usually going to make any money in the first year or 2. So can you find a way to continue making money to support this side hustle and see if you can grow this? I mean, congratulations on even managing to go get an interior design kind of degree, because that is so cool. And I think, and what a dream, I like to do interior design and know how to do that. I think we've seen a lot of people are leaving their careers and doing things like this. But the one thing I think a lot of people don't realize is it takes a lot of work. It's not like you can leave a job and that this thing's not going to be stressful, because now Fitish is very highly stressful sometimes, right? It's just a different kind of stress, and maybe your schedule's a little bit different. But my advice is, can you cut back on paralegal? Does it have to be full time? Is there a way that you can still make income doing this as you get this off the ground, right? I think, some advice I had gotten to was, do you have friends and family, anyone that could invest a little bit of money in you, right? Can you start dabbling in interior design? Is there a way to find, can you do some social media work for people? Can you mock up some interior design? Can you find clients that you're not charging to get your portfolio together? I mean, I think the hustle's the hard part in the beginning. Like I said, we all make time for the things we want to do. You can find the time to do it. It may be few and far between, but I think that is what's so challenging financially, is like we all need to make money to make a living and take care of a family, and any new side hustle is usually not gonna be very lucrative or at all in the beginning. But I think if you can start some sort of virtual business, right, would be my recommendation.
I think it's
to show your work.
100% think outside the box. Like, think everybody with a degree can do interior design, but what could be your added value? And spend time thinking what could be yet that differential. Maybe you start like a TikTok and some like tips and trends and just go viral with something idea. Like that. And
that's a great idea.
Ask someone that some local celebrity, I don't know, that you might be listening to. No. I'm referring to
talent. He's the talent now. No, I actually love this idea, Fran, because I think you brought up something that I totally didn't think about that I did when I started a business. It's, what is your niche? Like, what is your differentiator? It's not, for me, it wasn't just doing skincare. That's crowded. There's a lot of that. What's the difference maker, right? It's not just interior design. You have 2 elementary school kids. Is there something there? I think you need to spend time thinking about like interior design, but with what, right? And you have a great idea with the TikTok, like quick tips, videos you could film at home with your knowledge, putting some mood boards together, things like that, and seeing if that helps you pick up some steam.
This is for any business. I think the most important part, the thing that you have to spend the most time is finding that niche and that crack. There's always a crack in every aspect of every business. And if you can fulfill it, maybe TikTok, maybe finding someone that you can do their house or a room and make it a showcase.
Yeah.
Something like that. However,
or affordable interior design.
If you're looking less stress, stay in your job. Entrepreneurship is going to be way more stressful.
Yeah.
But it's going to be way more rewardful.
Yeah. Very well said, Fran. Okay, well, changing gears completely. Madison wrote us to say she loved the podcast with Candy, so I think that means Fran's gonna get the boot soon.
Shit.
No, I loved hearing about her online dating life. Sadly, Candy, the latest update, which I can just deliver to you, is that she has not done anything with the online dating, and she has decided that she's over it after never even going on a date. So we'll see. Maybe she'll hit it up again this summer.
Yeah, maybe. Too many people asking her for
I
notes.
love Candy, I know. But she said she really has a serious question for us and appreciates me being open about our pregnancy journey and everything that came before that. She's 32. She says her husband my husband and I have no plans of having a baby anytime soon. Hubby's dealing with some newer health issues. We just really love our life, just the two of us. But we talk about how one day we might feel differently and maybe want a baby later in our 30s. And they're on the same page, which is great. But she's thinking it might be a good idea to freeze her eggs. She's going to talk to her doctor, but wanted to ask my opinion based on experience and if I regret anything or if I wish I would have done it sooner. I have to tell you, so much can change in a year, in 2 years, in 5 years. And I will be 38 years old in May, and I still don't 100% feel ready to have a child. And it can make you feel very different, especially living in Texas. I grew up in the Midwest, but when you move to the South, the mentality here overall has been very much, people get married younger, they start families. I look around and see women my age that I always thought were 10 years older than me, but they're my age and they have 10-year-olds. And I have to say, I have absolutely no regrets in doing my life the way that I've done it. And freezing my eggs at 35 was such a great decision. It took so much pressure off. When I met Fran, I was a month out from that process starting, and I could have not done it, but I think it would have put pressure on this, and I think it was kind of nice, and I'll let him speak to it, to like, you're obviously in a marriage already, but I'm just saying that you could at 32, oh my gosh, I think I was just kind of wanting to start a business, still doing radio, still feeling like I was in my 20s, single, confused, conflicted. Babies were not even close on the brain, but it's amazing how much things can change in just a year or two, whether it's meeting the right person or it's just a different stage in your life. You go through something kind of traumatic, you realize that your priorities in life just change, right? You can wake up one day and go, I don't want to do what I'm doing anymore. So, that being said, I think a lot of women don't know that, like, you can go to your OB, you can go to a fertility clinic, and your insurance will cover this hormone level test that you can get done, and they'll tell you your level of fertility. It's just a blood test, and it's really easy to do. And you can be like, wow, I'm pretty healthy right now. 35, 32 is pretty young. I don't think you have to do it right now, but 35 is kind of the age that if you're still not ready to have children, you peak at 35. I mean, your eggs do. So that's when I did it. Then you're considered geriatric after that. So even now it's like a geriatric pregnancy, but that's just science, So I'm happy I did it, especially now thinking if I want to have another kid and I want to wait a few years, I could be 40, 41, which is fine. Maybe get pregnant naturally, but at least I have some 35-year-old Jenna and Francisco. Well, yours were a little older now that they've mixed because you didn't contribute until 37.
Those are peaking.
They're peaking. Yeah. So, men have it easier. Men can, it's very easy for you to do the process. So anyway, my advice to every woman.
It seems easy, but you, like, the things that you don't play it was a labor.
It was a labor to go into a room and beat off into a cup. That was difficult.
Yeah. Hey, it's not my normal environment.
Don't listen to him. These are the things that drive me nuts. After everything the woman has to go through. Uh-huh. Not your normal porn?
Yeah.
because you had to look at photos of me?
No. They have like these crusty magazines, but anyhow, we're not going to go there. It is easier than it seems, but it has its hurdles.
Oh, man. Well, anyway, I think it's great to talk about it as an option. I think they say now that it's something like 1 in 5 women. It might have even gone up more than that. 1 in 5 are, if not completely unable, really challenged to get pregnant naturally, and I don't know all the science behind it. I'm sure it's because our world has gotten increasingly unhealthy, but women are having a hard time getting pregnant. A lot of women don't talk about it. So yes, my advice is 100% just go 100%. Scope it out, but also to wait and have kids. I mean, that is the additional part of my advice. I feel like we are still not being totally ready, but being in such a better place. I mean, the older you get, you're more emotionally mature. Your relationship could be more stable than it is if you're in your 20s, and I like to think that this will last a while, but you just feel, I don't know, you don't have as much FOMO. I mean, I don't ever have FOMO about anything, but you're just kind of more ready, and you've allowed yourself to be selfish for a long time as well.
I think it's 100% what you say. Um, the process, it's not an easy process, but it's worth it. It's a life insurance.
Yeah, it is. And now there's no pressure.
Yeah.
So if we struggle, we have it again. And now we have now we're going to have a baby, which we weren't able to get pregnant naturally. And it took some time. So, one thing after another, one step at a time, I should say. But yeah, highly recommend it. And something else I recommend, well, maybe more for myself right now. A lot of women have told me everything that comes after you have a baby, which can often include some serious hair loss. And it's fine. It's not that it's not going to come back over time, but I'm sure it's very can be very freaky when you start losing hair and your hormones are kind of all out of whack after having a baby. And that's why just another reason that we love pros here at the Fitish podcast, because if my hair starts coming out in clumps when I wash it after I give birth here in the next few days, I know that I have pros to help stop that shedding cycle and grow back my hair. And again, pros isn't just for postpartum, right? Pros are customized hair care as a customized hair care system. Fran's used it before. You can use it on a day-to-day basis, right? They take into account things like hormonal changes, stress level, diet. They say even if you move to like another geographic location, your needs change because of the environment that you're in. Your hair is going to change. And it's so simple because you can just go take an online quiz about some of your hair needs, and they're going to give you customized supplements to help you grow thicker, longer, softer hair in record time. All of the ingredients are clean, safe, and natural, and free from drugs, synthetic fillers, hormones. They're gluten-free. Basically everything. If you're going to ask, are these products clean and safe and good for me? They absolutely are. And studies show that over 90% of women taking Pro's hair supplements saw less shedding, more growth, and improved overall appearance in just 90 days, just a few months for better hair. Try your own custom hair supplements and you'll get 15% off when you go to pros.com/Fitish. That's PROSE.com/Fitish for your free in-depth hair consultation and 15% off your custom hair supplements. Really great. Well, let's see. I think we have a couple more questions, but y'all have written a lot, by the way. Oh, this one's nice, and this one's more for Fran. Let's have Fran answer this one. This is from Charlene, who wanted to see what our plans are when the holidays come up and we have a new baby. Would we trade off every other year to go to Mexico? Will we stay in Texas and create our own new traditions? She lives in Austin. Her parents live in Dallas, and her husband's family lives in Georgia. She says they always travel for the holidays with their 2 boys, a 1 and a 4-year-old. And she's exhausted traveling every Thanksgiving and Christmas, and she wants to break it to the families that they just want to maybe do some stuff at home. And I don't know how Fran's going to answer this. I know how I feel about this because I've always looked forward to just starting my own little, growing up mostly an only child. I've been looking forward to the opportunity where we can start our own little family traditions, But
yeah, but the question was for me.
Well, no, it wasn't. I was just going to let you answer
kidding,
it.
Babe.
Jesus. Okay, go answer.
Just kidding. No, I think something that I've learned in life is if you want to make God laugh, tell him about your plans. So we're going to be like just figuring it out year by year. But something that it's so exciting is the holidays.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing like I can't wait to see that kid just like
tearing paper.
Yeah. All the traditions, like those are things.
Not caring about any of the presents we got him that first year. Yeah, because he cares about a box. Yeah. I know, and I agree with you. And I think I always thought having kids meant you had a good excuse, like especially when they were young. Like, oh, sorry, can't travel, can't make it. Like y'all can come to us. That was my hope, is that we could start more family stuff at home. But no, we love seeing your family. Yeah. We love, and y'all do Christmas on Christmas Eve. That's the Mexican way, right?
Noche Buena.
Yep. So that's when they actually do all the presents. I don't know how they think Santa shows up like drunk on Christmas Eve, or like what happens there.
It is a choreography.
Yeah. How, like, if kids are awake and having dinner, then when does Santa come?
I cannot speak for everybody in Mexico, but our tradition was crazy amazing. So we were a lot of cousins and a lot of aunts and uncles. So a couple of the adults started like ringing a bell somewhere, and we went all the kids, we went into a goose chase of like, oh, where are the bells? Like I hear the bells, and you go like into the garden, and you go into here, and
is it reindeer or is it like
just the bells?
donkeys? Like what comes with Santa?
Well,
is it the same thing?
No. They use the same the same vehicle.
animals?
Yeah.
The same vehicle.
Yeah. He doesn't change. He doesn't tropicalize his freaking like it's not a cardboard box with like chihuahuas. It's still the same. It's the same Santa Claus here. It's not like a Region 4 Santa Claus.
Okay.
So
when you're distracted, that's
when
it
you're
happens.
distracted, they put the gifts somewhere
Yeah.
else, and then you're like looking, and you finally go where, and they're like, the uncles were like, he was just here.
Wow, that is
just
choreographed.
missed
You
him.
need a lot of people to distract.
And then some other times, you had that missing uncle that he was like gone, and all of a sudden Santa Claus appear, and he started giving you the gifts, like pulling all the gifts. It's like, oh, this is for little Francisco, this is for little so and so.
Oh, that's cool.
And then 30 minutes after, this uncle comes back all upset because he missed Santa. It's normally a fat uncle, the one that missed Santa.
Yeah.
Funny thing.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah.
So we can be
That'll be fun though
Yeah.
to do that tradition. I mean, I'm really excited about having more just the multicultural experience, like selfishly for myself, but to introduce, our son to that sort of thing. It's so cool because you'll have some great traditions. One of which is not Thanksgiving. They don't do Thanksgiving, so we'll have Thanksgiving for us, I guess.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving is kind of a weird. I've never been that into Thanksgiving, but it'll be nice. Yeah, he'll have a lot of holidays.
well, after all this politically correct, I'm sure it's going to start being called something else
Yeah.
or something else.
Yeah.
But I cannot wait for every holiday.
I'm so excited you
Yeah.
feel that way.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, we got to get through the next week. So for now,
If we make it to the
there's
next
a
week.
very good chance that next week we'll not have a Fitish podcast. We'll see. We may knock another one out before then. But if you don't hear from us for a week or two, we'll post on social media. We'll let y'all know that we're okay. But yeah, I mean, this is going to happen a week from now at the very latest. So, so there's a chance that we may take a week or two off,
Yeah.
and then we'll be coming to you from home because I'll be, probably not able to move very well for a week or two. But no, we'll continue to podcast. We'll fill you all in too. Just make sure you're following Fitish because they'll make a post or something about it. We're not going to keep it a secret, even though I thought about it with everyone telling me I've been pregnant forever. I'm going to be like, I'm still pregnant.
Yeah, you
Keep
should
it a
just like
secret.
keep.
No, we'll let y'all know that we're healthy and safe, and we'll see how it goes. Can't wait to tell you all about it. So
Sounds good.
hopefully we see you next week. If not, that means we had a baby.
Yeah. Very
That's
exciting.
crazy.
I cannot wait. Like I'm so
Mm-hmm.
so excited to meet this little
I bet
guy.
you are. I said to him last night, I'm like, yeah, he's excited because you just get to like go to the hospital and like hang out and just like be there. And I have to get through that whole procedure. I have to get through that whole part is where my head's at right now. Like I have to get through this whole delivery
I
of
have
the baby.
to see the whole thing happening. Like, you know how painful that is?
If I look at you and you're playing chess, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
It's like, hey, do we still have like 5 minutes because I'm about to
I'm in the middle of the
checkmate. I'm about to checkmate this mofo.
Well, we can't wait to tell you all about it. Thanks for joining us. As always, email us info@fitish.com.
Yeah.
With any questions, complaints, concerns, ideas, we love to hear from you, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
Oh, also let us know which experts do you guys want in the show. Bye.